production of the Sunday Night Sports Nerd Show. It is the most absurd 90 minutes of anything goes, smack talk, and a whole lot more. Every Sunday night, the Sports Nerd joins forces with three charismatic co-hosts who are a select group of sports nerds with attitude, better known in Nerd Nation as the Rant. We are four of the most loudmouth, smack-talking nerds around, coming at you with some sick rips and rants, which may be just enough to make you pee your pants. So listen up, Nerd Nation. Let's rise and welcome the legend himself. He is the founder, he is the host, and he is the star of the Sports Nerd Show. Coming to you live, straight out of West Florida, Scott, the Sports Nerd Right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Sports Nerds. I am your host, Scott, the Sports Nerd Right, and along with my co-host, Mr. Elliot Big E Lamba, Bill's Mafia member, at least for the time being, maybe not in the future, John G. Olson, and Ken, go Cowboys, Koslow. We will discuss the week that was in the world of sports. We're live each and every Sunday night on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and when it's working, on the blockchain, courtesy of Vim.tv. If you miss the live broadcast, you can watch the replays on Spotify, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and on the blockchain via Peak D. Good evening, gentlemen. Happy week 7 to you all. And what Elliot's got a question already.
I need to correct something real quick. That would be John. I'm under witness protection now.
Oh. Yeah, we can do that. I'm on the witness protection program, yes.
I'm going with sec.
Too friggin' funny. I can't post. I can't shoot.
Yeah, I'm not. If people are, ooh, why? As soon as I got there, like, why aren't you wearing your hat, John? Why aren't you wearing? You want to know why? Because the Oilers suck and the Buffalo Bills suck. That's why I'm not wearing any hats today.
Oilers? You mean the Titans?
No, the Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, are now 1-3.
Yeah, Edmonton has been crap.
And Connor McDavid is now hurt for 2 weeks.
Oh, geez.
So, yay! Anyway.
What is up with the Vegas Knights, though? Woo.
They
didn't run up after that Stanley
Defending that cup.
Man, they're coming out defending in a massive way.
Yeah, so I'm witness protection.
Yeah. John Incognito.
We don't want Bill's Mafia finding him.
Yeah, I'm not part of the family anymore, I guess.
You can't leave the family.
Coming to my house. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
whatever.
Really to win tonight, though.
All right. Week 7 in the NFL. Today was a crazy day, guys.
No, today sucked, Scott.
Well, today sucked for John. It didn't suck for Ken because the Cowboys are on a bye.
Yes, yay!
Elliot,
We didn't lose today.
I gotta wait till tomorrow,
Why are the kids psychotic?
And my day, it sucked, then it didn't suck, then it did suck, and it didn't suck, and now it did suck, and now, of course, it's kind of sort of it sucked, but we move on. Who cares?
Okay, Merry Christmas again this week.
Yes, the referees actually did not screw over the Browns this time. They actually helped him.
They helped them last week, too.
Wow.
They're becoming the Cleveland Chiefs.
Right? I agree with you, Elliot. I mean, I'm not so proud to say that pass interference call was bogus because the ball was not catchable.
Not even catchable.
Not even close to being catchable.
No. The 50-foot woman couldn't have caught
Would have had
that.
to be on a cherry picker to catch that.
Yeah, I mean, I told Ken, even Victor Wembanyama couldn't catch that ball.
No. He wouldn't have even touched it.
No.
It was almost in the runway, in the freaking breezeway.
Almost in the first row in the stands is where it was.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that.
But it's nice to see that a bad call goes the Browns' way for a change. Normally, we're on the other side of those calls. A win is a win. It was ugly. I mean, Indy put up over 450 yards on our defense, which is supposed to be the best in the NFL, which didn't show it today. Outside of the fact that Myles Garrett was out of this world, played out of his mind today.
Myles Garrett balled out today.
Well, that's what happens when you play.
9 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles,
That's
and
what.
a blocked field goal.
That's what happens when you play bullfighter defense.
Yes.
Ole!
And he came that close to tearing Garrett Minshew's mustache off.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, I want to say something to Ken, though. Ken,
What's up? Yes.
I believe that in my mind, in my opinion now, Dak Prescott has been supplanted as the biggest choke artist quarterback in the NFL. He no longer holds that distinction at the moment.
What, the choke artist?
The choke artist quarterback.
He has been replaced.
He has been replaced by Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. I'm sure
Dude, I don't get his hype. I never got his hype. Sorry, Ken. Go ahead.
No, I gotta say this. Okay. Dak Prescott shows up at the Ranger playoff game the other day.
Oh, and then they lose.
And they lose.
After he
lost 3 in a row. So maybe he is a choke artist. Who knows?
No, he's a bad luck.
He's like Tony Romo.
You see him coming towards you to walk away fast.
Just cross the street.
If he was a garden gnome, he'd be the Grim Reaper.
Hey, what though? He was celebrating last night though, because Mississippi State beat Arkansas, and even though it was 7-3, but
7-3. Are you kidding?
7-3.
7-3.
Friend of mine at my church is a graduate of the University of Arkansas, and I said that must have put you to sleep.
I was going to say it sounds like a game I put on late at night to watch and go to sleep.
I was in shock that Washington only scored 15 points against you.
Yeah.
Shocker to me.
So John, I know you're in mourning. You're in denial. You're swearing off.
He's in protest.
I know you've got your Bible in hand. You want to do Bible study, but you know what?
Yeah, no, we're going to do this.
You got a rant on the Bills. I want to hear your rant.
We will.
I want to hear your true feelings about the Bills and their performance, not just this week, but last week as well.
It's called Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want.
Right.
He makes me to lie down in green pastures.
You be wanting.
He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul.
Oh my goodness.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
No evil.
For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I had to read that because that's to remind myself that if you're a fan of the Buffalo Bills, you walk through the valley of the shadow of the death every single season. Every season.
Come hell or high water, right?
I can't handle it anymore. Like it's too much, man. I'm 46 years old.
They get you hyped up and then they yank the rug out from under you.
Listen, this team has never been the same since 13 seconds.
Yeah.
They were on up and up and up until 13 seconds.
Yeah.
That may be.
They, for whatever reason, I hate to say it, but Sugar High Josh is a lot better than Game Manager Josh. Because with Sugar High Josh, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a guy that might throw 2 picks, but he's going to throw 3 of them, and he'll rush for 50 or 60 yards. He'll hurdle guys. That's what we need. But for whatever reason, they put the reins on him this year. Now, stats-wise, he didn't have a bad game today. And you can't put the loss on him. The loss, to me, it goes on the offensive coordinator. Ken Dorsey is awful. He's absolutely awful. You have, I was reading Bill's Twitter after the game. You have a unicorn in Josh Allen. This guy doesn't come around in drafts every year. This is a generational talent at quarterback for your team, and then you're going to play safe. No, you go and get him the weapons. Go trade for Devontae Adams. I don't care what it takes. Go get some wide receiver that's pissed off that'll make the change just like Diggs did, came here, and it was good to go.
Are you talking about Devontae Adams?
Yes. Give me Devontae. Give me all of Devontae. I'd rather Devontae than...
Dude, at this point, you'd rather have Rashee Rice, yeah?
Dude, I just... Oh my, like, are you ready for this, Scott? Because I'm gonna let go. Like,
he's in rare form. I mean, this is
Don. The floor is yours. Knock yourself out. Go do it. I want a John Olsen rant, and I'm gonna let you go.
Did anybody watch the game for? Well, I know
Oh, I
Scott.
watched the entire game.
I watched what I could on Red Zone. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So basically, this was the thing. The hurry up offense when Josh wasn't in his ear with Ken Dorsey all the time was flawless.
Yeah.
They scored in like 15 seconds, marched down the field, got the touchdown. It was beautiful. Hurry up offense when Josh is like doing his thing works flawlessly. They spent 7 games to get Dalton Kincaid, their first round pick, finally in the offense. Look what happened when he got the ball thrown to him. He had like 80 yards or something. Like it was great. He was the check down guy, exactly the slot guy that we all wanted. He's perfect. Now you have Diggs, but you don't have that second wide receiver option. Gabe Davis ain't it. Yes,
But
sir.
it was National Tight Ends Day, so
Yeah, true. But like he's not even a tight end.
Gabe Davis had chances to make plays today. He didn't do it.
hey, even Darren Waller had 22 fantasy points today.
Yeah, Darren Waller did. Yeah, it's just, dude, it's insanity. It's the stupidity that is the Bills. They're gonna say, oh yeah, well it's a long season and there's things to correct. You're in the same, you're in the same division as the Miami Dolphins, who are absolutely destroying things, except for the one time they played you guys. Like you can't get these games. Like it's 3 weeks. It's been a trend. A trend is 3 weeks. 3 weeks they have sucked on offense. Now the defense is whatever. They give up these big gash plays, but think about who they're missing. They're missing Matt Milano. They're missing Daquan Jones. They're missing Tre'Davious White. They're missing
Von Miller didn't play.
Von Miller hasn't been around. He's there, but he's barely in the place. He doesn't take any snaps. So their defense has been holding up, given the fact that they have 4 All-Pros that aren't in the lineup right now. So their defense is whatever. I think they can figure out the defense, but you won't need a defense if you're scoring 40 points. So go get the unicorn, the pieces around him, and then get a freaking offensive coordinator and an offensive mind that will come up with plays.
Hey, I hear Matt Canada might be looking for a job.
Yeah, you know what? Like, this is the thing. You can't like it can't be something like that. It's got to be.
You can always ask Brian Daboll to come back.
Got to be Brian Daboll, but like it's Chan Gailey. Where's Chan Gailey? Like, can I get Chan Gailey back? That'd be great. I mean, I'm just
in a wheelchair hanging out in the old folks' home right now.
Dude,
John, I've found a passage for you.
Thank you. Please, I need scripture more.
This will be First Maccabees chapter 6 verse 13.
I will never do Maccabees because that's apocrypha and that is of the devil.
Well, listen to this. I know it's because of all this that these misfortunes have come on me. I'm here dying of bitter disappointment in a foreign land.
Well, actually, no, I disagree with that one because it's not a foreign land for Buffalo Bills fans for this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, how much have I suffered as a Bills fan? Like, I'm used. You can't kill me. You can't kill me. Like, you can't destroy me or Browns fans or Lions fans. Like, we've seen it.
Isn't the old verse that goes, if it doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger?
That's the speech that the Bills will have. It didn't kill us, and we got to get better from this. Like, you see, it's stupidity. Like, and they're not going to do anything. The trade deadline's what, a week and 2 weeks away? They're not going to do anything.
12 days, yeah.
Yeah, they won't do a thing. They're going to try to get their 4th and 5th and 6th round draft picks that they picked to come and we believe in the team we have.
I'm not impressed with their set offense.
It's
like you
awful.
said.
Because Josh Allen has handcuffs around him right now.
Yes.
They're
Josh
took him two
shots.
Took him 2 shots, and he barely almost did make it the second time from.
Dude, how many rushing yards has he had this year? Maybe 100 in 7 weeks?
Not many.
He's at his best when he improvises.
When he's moving. When he's moving. When he's creating space for his receivers because the defense has to adjust.
And the offensive line was awful today. Like, they didn't give him any time in the pocket. Like, he was under pressure so much.
Well, I'll tell you, the defense let Mac Jones look like friggin' Joe Montana.
Oh, yeah. No, Mac looked like, and then, yeah, Mac was just, the second coming, apparently. Like, right. Come on, man. The Patriots, we let them off. This is the only saving grace. This is the only thing with that win the Patriots basically got themselves out of the first overall pick.
Yeah. And Belichick gets his 300th win.
Belichick gets his 300th win. Yeah.
But who would have thought that you guys would have 3 losses and 2 of them would be to the Jets and the Patriots? That just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't surprise me, man. Like you see, you gotta see. This is the thing. Like we'll
They
take
killed Miami.
this with this is San Francisco here. Let's look at this. Kyle Shanahan knows what he has. He knows that Brock Purdy is not going to be the guy who makes or breaks you. It's the pieces around him. Mm-hmm. So Brock Purdy, all he has to do is facilitate the ball, not game management per se, but more make sure that these guys get the ball. Give it to Debo. Give it to CMC. Give it to Ayuk. Like, give it to these guys that can make plays. For whatever reason, this is the Buffalo offense. We'll do check down the cover. Where's Diggs? Throw it to Diggs. That's the offense.
Yeah, because David Davis has been iced out.
Since 13 seconds. Since 13 seconds, the Bills have literally gone downhill.
I'd like to push back on something that I have seen and been hearing all week about people calling Brock Purdy a fraud and a wannabe and this, that, or the other.
Oh, he's not.
You're not hearing that from us.
Yeah, you're definitely not hearing that from me.
No, whoever's out there that happens to think that way, okay? I'm just like totally flabbergasted, okay, by the whole deal because, look, he had a bad game, all right? He didn't have a healthy Trent Williams blocking his blind side.
Last week.
And he didn't have Samuel, last week. He didn't have Samuel. He didn't have McCaffrey for most of the game, okay? But in the end, he drove the team down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Got them within respectable field goal range.
21 yards.
So because his kicker missed the kick, he's a fraud? Kiss my ass. That's all I
said. Brock Purdy's. No one's saying Brock Purdy's a fraud. I'm not saying it.
No, I didn't say you guys. I said anybody out there in the public that might see this.
Anybody who says he's a fraud is an idiot and not worth talking about.
And they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, they're like Skip Bayless. They just say shit to get.
Yes, exactly.
I'm convinced it's Seattle fans myself. My son came back home, right?
Yeah.
This Wednesday, they came back from Washington.
Right.
And when I first saw him, he had these freaking gloves on, and I'm like, dude, you're back in Florida. Take them fucking gloves off. Then he turns them around, and they're freaking Seattle Seahawks gloves. I told him, if you don't put those somewhere where I can't see them, I'm gonna burn them. I guess his grandmother's a Seattle fan because they live up in that neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave him the gloves. I don't know if he knows I'm a 49ers fan and wanted to stick it to me, but that's just a typical Seattle fan if you ask me.
I have a quick question for you. Is McCaffrey clear to play tomorrow night?
Yes, he is.
McCaffrey told Coach, I'm playing tomorrow night.
But Debo is out for the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Debo's out because he's got a hairline fracture.
Right.
Yeah. Let me just.
And Trent Williams is out too.
Yeah. I mean, and Elliot, to your point, yes, San Francisco was without all those weapons, but so were the Browns.
No, I understand what you're saying.
So the Browns. They had weapons that weren't there either. So.
But I mean, if we dig deep, we could go back to that bullshit fucking flag they threw in Cleveland's final drive. A lot of penalties go the wrong way during the game, but when it gets down to that stage of the game, you need to swallow your whistle every once.
Let them play, right?
Let them fucking play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make yourself the reason somebody wins or loses.
See, that's happening in almost every game I've seen so far in the NFL.
The referees are bad. The current roster on the NFL referees are they're mediocre at best. They're not really great.
At best.
Go ahead, John.
We need scabs.
Can I as much as the Bills sucked, okay, and they did, okay? Can someone please explain to me on the winning drive for New England. It was an ineligible man downfield. The center was about 8 yards down. They threw the flag.
Yeah.
Then they picked it up and said there was no foul. Even though the replay clearly shows.
Well, that's no different than Darius Sneed taking his helmet off and the referee saying, "Put it back on before I throw a flag."
Well, that's Kansas City. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
Kansas Swifty.
But he got fined like over $13,000.
I don't get it. Like it's you're right.
Okay. All right. On that play, where was the ball thrown to?
It was to the right flat, like to the right.
Right flat? Okay. If it's behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes, I mean, they're very inconsistent with this, but depending on the crew.
The fact they threw the flag.
Like if they threw the flag and then picked it up, because if it was behind the line of scrimmage,
and I'm fine with that.
You can do that.
Yeah, like some of those big boys, they go past the five, whatever. I get it. That's fine. But the fact they threw it.
Right.
So one of the judges said, okay, that's ineligible.
Mm-hmm.
And then they all got together at the Zebra conference. And no. So, yeah, I'm not trying to make excuses because the Bills suck. They deserve to lose that.
I'm not, you know what? I'm not a fan of that particular call, the lineman downfield. It's like, who's going to throw it? I'm not a fan of a lot. Who's going to throw it to him? Like, ain't nobody throwing it to him.
Dude, especially with like the ticky-tack stuff they let go with the hold after 5 yards.
Yeah.
And then there's guys that are pulling jerseys.
Contact. Dude, almost on every freaking play.
Diggs was held all the time, all day today, all day. Past 5 yards, but it's like ticky-tack. You don't call it. But then, the Bills, like, throw it. There's no consistency. Thank you for listening to my rant.
It's just awful that it's come down to a league where the product.
John's going to read the rest of the show, so we're okay.
The product has gone down in value as far as at face value. Okay, because this NFL is nowhere near as good as the old officials used to be. I mean, the old officials got it wrong, but not blatantly wrong.
Right.
No.
Like they do here.
The old officials didn't have to answer to replay either. So.
Well, and I think one of my theories on this is that they're worried so much about being wrong that they call them, that they're overreaching.
They call everything, yeah.
They call everything, or they let stuff go. Especially plays like fumbles that were forward passes. They let the play run out, and whether it's a scoop and score or a pick six or whatever, before worrying about it until they get the replay, because the referees are counting more on the replay cameras to make sure they get it correct.
But they didn't get that wrong.
They're falling back on that. You know what? And then as opposed to calling the game and making those calls based on what they see. And 9 times out of 10, they're wrong.
I say you take that away from the referees and let one person in the NFL headquarters or whoever watch the replay. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, the referees sometimes, I think they're full of shit. Especially that.
I think to an extent,
replay is a fucking idiot.
I think to a certain extent, replay has ruined the game because it removes the second guessing.
Yes.
And I mean, Ken, remember back in the day, the 70s and the 80s, before replay came around, no one questioned the referees. They made a mistake.
No, they used to get in their faces and everything, but that's about it. I mean, you talk about I remember the 79 AFC Championship game where the Oilers got a touchdown called back because they thought it was offensive pass interference or something against the Steelers.
Yeah.
And it was clearly a touchdown. But yeah, it's always been that way. But
the referees are more confident back then before they had replay looking over their shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But it's very frustrating because a lot of it is and they won't want to hear this, but I think there is a little bit of bias, especially in the home games, especially in Kansas City.
Especially Kansas City.
Yes.
Well,
They let the crowds intimidate them.
It don't even matter if it's in Kansas City when it comes to the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, because their fans travel so
You
well.
know that Jets game, right?
Yeah.
The holding that they didn't call and the pass interference that they called after
Right.
the play was over. Give me a freaking break.
The Chiefs fans intimidate the officials, and they don't want to.
No,
They don't want a bunch of
Guys, I'll tell you what.
You know who intimidates the officials? Roger Goodell and the owners.
Yes.
Those are the ones that intimidate the officials.
Oh, I think fans do too.
I'm watching NBC right now, and I'll tell you what, guys. Those Kelly Green uniforms for Philadelphia are gorgeous. The Kelly
That's
Green
where football
unis,
used to be good.
yeah.
When they wore Kelly Green.
The Kelly Greens need to come back full time because you know what? They look amazing. They really do.
And they got
The old eagle helmet with the feathers
with the
on
wings.
either side. Yeah, it just phenomenal uniform. Just
ones
phenomenal.
they wore back in the early 2000s.
Yes.
Okay.
For the Randall Cunningham years, Ken.
Yeah.
Just
I'd like
amazing.
to know what the hell happened to Tampa's defense today against Atlanta.
I don't know, but Atlanta made a statement today saying, you know what, it is, you can't just count on Tampa being the leader in this division. We're here too, and they did it without Bijan Robinson. So I mean,
is he hurt?
I mean, apparently Bijan was not feeling well. That's
Bijan was ill.
he was ill.
Well,
Why he didn't play.
Cordero filled in nicely.
I mean, Baker had a good game. Baker's found a new life in Tampa Bay. He played pretty good today. I mean, he had that one pick late in the game, but he's playing pretty good. I mean, he scrambled for 31 yards or something like that on one play that late in the game. He just scrambled. And it was great.
Did you guys hear that thud earlier?
What thud was that?
The thud of the Detroit Lions coming back down to earth.
Correct. Yes. I mean, you know what? That game proved how legit Baltimore is. That defense is no joke, and neither is the offense.
No, not nice today, boy.
No.
I'll tell you what, they made Detroit.
They've always been strong on defense.
Detroit. They look like old Detroit today.
I mean, Campbell said they just kicked our ass. Plain and simple. That's what he said.
Plain and simple, dude.
Yeah, they kicked our ass.
What was it, 38-6?
Something like that. 38-6. Yes.
Oh, and for all these fans, I had somebody who was funny the other day because I have Puka on my fantasy team and he has Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells me the other day, he's like, you know who I think is going to take a step back? Who? Puka.
He didn't today.
Because Kupp is back and he ain't going to see the ball no more. Okay.
Puka's the real deal.
Puka's 24 fantasy points today. Kupp had 6. Okay, so please don't give me this Cooper.
I think we play them next week, and I'm not looking forward to that.
He's the new Robert Woods, man.
Well, and I got something to say. The Rams had one fucking job.
Yeah,
one fucking job. And that's beat the fucking Steelers, and they couldn't do it.
At home.
At home, no less.
Dude, you need the Bible, man.
And they even let Najee Harris score a touchdown.
I
He
know.
hasn't scored a touchdown all year.
What the hell? I mean, come on.
Welcome back, Darrell Henderson. He had a good game today.
I mean,
And Royce Freeman.
hits and beat you, and it's just, God, it hurts. I mean, God. We had one job, and that's beat the freaking Steelers.
No.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's just the way it goes, man.
That's just the way it is. Some
Are
things
you
will
guys
never
over
change.
the whole Taylor Swift thing? I'm over it right now.
Oh my God, I was over it.
I am over both of them.
I was over it in New York.
Swift, I'm over the Chiefs. I'm
When
over all of them.
When they played the Jets and they brought all these celebrities in to her booth or to the booth that they gave her, you know what I'm saying? I was over it then. And then they turn around and the referees screw that whole ending up because the Jets should have won that game. Okay. And a lot of people say that I think Roger Goodell wants Taylor Swift to be happy. So he lets the referees know, hey, if she's in the building, you got to make her happy. Nobody wants to see Taylor with her hands in her face if Kansas City ain't winning.
Right.
That's the problem. That wouldn't make for good.
I would rather see Jada Pinkett Smith at the games.
How is she still relevant? Someone explain that to me.
Because of Will Smith.
Jada Tupac Smith.
Yeah, Jada Tupac. Yeah, exactly.
Jada Pop.
Jada Pop. These people,
Still irrelevant because of her husband.
We waste so much time on other people that have nothing to do with our lives. You know,
Right.
like who cares? Taylor Swift. Who cares? Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I want to go on record as to say I am not a Swiftie. I have no idea.
I didn't even know what that was until they started talking about it in the NFL.
Right.
Jada's made a punk out of Will Smith.
Oh, totally, dude. And I love Will Smith, man.
So did Chris Rock.
Fresh Prince,
He
man.
slapped Chris Rock for no reason whatsoever.
Dude, come on, man. Yeah, Chris Rock, poor Chris, man. Like that.
He should call Chris and say, "Yo, you can talk about my wife all you want,
all the time." Chris, I'll help you.
I'll help you. We'll do a
Brett has sent 2 messages in the chat regarding Deshaun Watson.
Let's talk about Macaroni Jones too. So take Brett's comments with a grain of salt.
I know.
Yeah, because they're usually late and not on
Grain of
point.
salt in the state of Utah.
Macaroni Jones.
They're usually late and not on point.
Right.
Macaroni Jones looked like freaking Macaroni 2.0 robot Terminator today.
Right.
Like,
Okay, so Brett seems to think that my transmission voice-wise is coming through.
it goes up and down. It's not bad.
Up
It's
and down?
just it goes up and down. Like,
Well, I
you
just
know.
found out
You're fine, Elliot. Don't worry about it.
It's
Just
fine.
don't
It's
worry
not
about
even worth.
You're good. You're good.
It's whatever.
Let me make a statement on Deshaun Watson. He should not have started today. Plain and simple. He should not have started.
Well, here's the thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but here's the thing, is that just by the unwritten rule of football, if your quarterback's ready to play and he's getting paid the insane amount of dollars that Deshaun Watson is getting paid, he's playing. Plain and simple.
The unwritten rule of the road.
Okay, that's just the way it goes, and you know it.
Well, it was obvious the rotator cuff was not fully healed today because he was not getting
Right.
any kind of drive or speed on his throws.
Right.
But you know-
drive that he threw.
But you know what pushed him into starting today?
Probably Stefanski.
No, not Stefanski. Criticism from fans saying that he doesn't want to play. But that he's,
Yeah, I mean, that was the conspiracy theory. Yes, absolutely.
because the first time he was out, they cleared him, and then when he got to the stadium, he said he wasn't feeling well, and they took him out.
Yeah.
And supposedly he got better after the bye week, and he still didn't play.
Right.
Now this week he said he felt better than he had in so long. So if he's saying that,
So peer pressure from
how
the
is he
fans is what you're
supposed to
talking
retract
about.
And, right? How is he supposed to retract that? First of all, because all he's going to do is give the fans exactly what they want, and that's the conspiracy that he just doesn't want to play.
Well, and he was pulled for
And leave it at that.
Yeah, well, he
You know
got
what?
hurt the 5th play of the game.
And you know what? That might be a blessing in disguise. Because quite honestly, he's only had one good game.
Right.
Okay.
It was PJ Walker that threw the winning touchdown pass,
PJ
right?
Walker has had 2 good games. I mean,
Yeah.
PJ Walker did it
he
against the Niners.
was not great today, but he was good enough.
He was serviceable, yes.
But he has taken the team down to game-winning touchdowns.
Mhm.
Actually,
When they got the ball on that last drive, nobody thought he could drive that team 80 yards for a touchdown. Okay, but he did, despite the fact that there were questionable calls by the referees on that drive. He still drove him down 80 yards, and Kareem Hunt, when they finally friggin' ran the ball at the 1 yard line, which they should have done in the first place.
But here's the thing, though. PJ Walker is no rookie and no scrub.
No, he's not.
Okay, PJ Walker's played in different. He played in the XFL. He played in the USFL, I think.
Yep.
And he played for Carolina and did well.
Carolina. He started a few games for Carolina last year. Yes,
and he did well. You know what I'm saying? And then he comes in and he leads the 49ers. I mean, the Browns over the 49ers in a game nobody thought, because he was quarterbacking, that they were going to win.
Right.
And then this week, now he comes back in and plays well enough to win. Who's to say that if Deshaun Watson would have stayed in that game, that you guys would have done what you did today?
No.
Exactly.
I mean,
honestly, right now, PJ Walker's a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson.
Brown's Twitter is up in arms like, we paid $230 million for this?
Yep. You sure did. You got raped. See, you guys are the 27th victim. Okay.
And the whole contract is guaranteed, so it's not like we can trade or get rid of him. We can't do that.
You guys got sexually assaulted by.
We're stuck with Deshaun Watson on our roster. Okay. Fans were calling for the Browns to trade for.
Who's going to take that contract?
No one.
Exactly.
Right. No one. I mean, the Browns fans are wanting Jacoby Brissett back.
Who's going to take that contract?
Nobody.
Because nobody would have ever paid that contract to begin with, except the Browns.
Deshaun Watson is damaged goods.
Well,
Nobody's going to take that contract.
He's as good as he was when he was in his prime in Houston.
Well, he's not that old. He was out of the league. He was out of the league for a year. Plus 2 years. Okay.
He's got more baggage than Samsonite.
Exactly. Right. He's got psychological shit that he's got to deal with.
Yes.
You know, off the field. And I'm sorry, but he's just not. Again, you guys would probably be better off if he had a season-ending injury and PJ Walker went the rest of the way. I mean, just like I think the New York Giants offense looks better with Tyrod Taylor than it does with Daniel Jones.
They did.
I said from day one, that's a better option under center than freaking Daniel Jones.
I mean, John loves him to Tyrod Taylor. Don't get me wrong.
They could have paid Tyrod Taylor peanuts.
Yep, to be their starting. Well, listen, we can't be criticizing too much because we gave Dawson Knox like $20 billion a year to drop freaking footballs on 4th and 2.
And then you go out and draft a really good.
And we go and draft Dalton Kincaid, who actually can catch. Like.
Well, you think about the bad contracts out there: Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. These teams pay.
Well, at this point, you can say Herbert's contract is a joke too, because he hasn't delivered.
Well, this year, Patrick Mahomes' contract is a joke too, because he hasn't been playing to the level of the money that they pay him.
No, he didn't play great today.
Still winning.
But he's still winning, yes, but that's because he's got enough pieces and probably the best coach in the NFL.
Right.
Okay. He knows how to improvise.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Rice now catching for him. They brought Mecole Hardman back. He's always got Kelsey. And that defense is playing out of its mind.
Miko had a couple of great plays. He had a kick return or a punt return today.
I'm telling you, that defense is what's holding up Kansas City right now.
Yeah, their defense is not great. Yeah, but I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out and say after what I've seen today.
No, I'm saying they're holding it up. They're because there's games that Mahomes, the way he's been playing, probably would have lost if that defense wasn't playing the way they are. And of course, the referees.
But I'm going to say this, guys, and this pains me to say it as much as I don't want to. I have to say it. Right now, in my opinion, Baltimore's the class of the AFC after their performance today.
They got to play Miami first.
You know what I'm saying?
They will win the division, yeah.
Go Philly. Big Philly fan tonight, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Eagles.
I'm not a Philly fan tonight.
Yeah, but you know what, Brett? Brett, Deshaun Watson also said his promises, we'll see. I don't know. So obviously the coach and the quarterback are not on the same page. So go figure.
Dude, there was a lot of stuff today, like players saying things that are kind of like.
And I tweeted out to Rich Eisen because they on NFL Game Day this morning on NFL Network. Michael Irvin, as much as I'd like to criticize Michael Irvin for his whole friggin' personality, he did say that the 1-5 teams in the NFC in the league, meaning specifically the Giants and the Patriots, would be hard to get beat today, and they didn't get beat, so they actually won. Both the Giants and the Patriots. Sorry, John. Won. That was his call. I mean, he went lone wolf on the Giants, and he won it. So, I mean, hats off to Michael Irvin. As much as I hate that guy,
beating the Commanders is not exactly a major achievement either. So,
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Michael Irvin, Kenny. I'm sorry.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Right.
Sam Howell, really? I'm not impressed with the Commanders, and their defense is overhyped as well.
Yeah, especially all the first round picks on their D line, and they should be lights out all the time. Hey, Scott, can I share this? I'm going to share my screen, buddy. I want everyone to see this.
Sure, go ahead, John.
Yeah.
Can you see this? Just share it up top left there.
Hold on. I got to find it. Hang on a second.
Just on the top left, where you got all of our pictures on the left. There you go. You can do it. Just on the left, man. It's just on the left.
I'm not saying. I'm seeing welcome on the left. I'm not seeing anything else.
Down on the bottom. Just scroll down. There's all of our pictures on the left side of Restream. And then just scroll down. You'll see something says Django with a screen.
Yep, I got you.
There you go.
Okay.
That's me enjoying another lovely Bills game. That's pretty much me. That's what it feels like. That's it. Thanks for caring. That's all I wanted to show. Big shout out to Circling the Wagons podcast. Great podcast.
Let me read something to you, John. This is from a friend of mine who's also a Bills fan.
Oh, I thought you were going to do more biblical scripture here, man. I was kind of hoping for that because I need it right now.
I know. Let me tell you what she posted, because this is I'm sure you can probably relate to this.
Yes, I can.
Okay, this is Dawn. Okay, this is what she says. I will not let the Bills hijack my emotions. I will not let the Bills hijack my emotions. But seriously, how do we lose to the Patriots? How? Why? I will not let the Bills hijack my emotions. I will not let...
Sounds
Go
like those
Bills.
are totally hijacked.
It's amazing. It's amazing. They're frauds. They're absolute frauds. And we can.
Steelers are 4-2. I can't believe it.
4-3. 4-3 now. Yeah.
Who, the Steelers?
Oh, I don't care about.
Yeah, the Steelers are 4-2. I can't believe
We're
it.
talking about the Bills. How did that turn into the Steelers?
I was looking at their record.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that.
4-3.
Yeah, the Bills are awful.
Hey, look at it. It could have been worse. They could have been 3-4 after that Giants game that they managed to sneak away with.
What do you guys think about tonight's game? The Dolphins and the Eagles tonight.
What do I think, or what do I want to happen?
You want the Eagles to win. I know that.
Oh, yeah, but knowing my luck, Miami will go in and destroy them, and then everyone will be, oh, Miami's the greatest team in the league. You know. So
if we're really and truly going biblical, then I want the earth to open up and swallow both teams.
That'd be great too. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Because I hate Philly fans. I can't stand.
I do too.
I really.
Loathe.
I hate them in all sports.
Loathe is the better word, right? Loathe.
But, I mean, Philly fans are the worst. They
I think
really
anybody
are.
outside Philly
I am
doesn't like
convinced. I am convinced that we're about to see something we have not seen in 45 years.
Which is what?
A rematch of a World Series, because we're going to see the Phillies and the Astros. Both sides have horrible fans, and I'm not sure I'm going to watch it. The only thing I want to see is what's his name on the Phillies?
Schwarber?
No. Schwarber. I want to see Schwarber do
I know
well.
what you mean.
Bryce Harper. I want to see Bryce Harper go bonkers on the Astros. I actually want to see the Phillies win the series.
Well, let's not forget that the last time that the Astros had a 3-2 lead going home, World Series against Washington.
Right. They lost both games.
Everybody won the road game. So don't count Texas out yet. Because guess what?
I'm not, but I have a feeling it's going to be
season at home.
I have a feeling it's going to be as nasty as the Astros want it to be tonight, unfortunately.
You know, I can't think of any baseball team I hate more than the Astros because of the cheating scandal.
The trash throws.
I mean, they're just garbage. They're just garbage. So
I do not like the Astros. The Phillies, I love JT Realmuto. I mean, I think it's one of the best.
Well, I like Schwarber and I like Bryce Harper. So
I do too. Yeah. I'm hoping they go absolutely bonkers on the Astros.
I mean, Bryce Harper. I get a kick out of Bryce Harper because he goes to Eagles games and freaking hypes up the crowd at Eagles games too. So, but Philly fans are the worst in the NFL.
Yes. And the NHL.
You know,
and everything
else. Thank you, John. After that, you got Patriots fans who are snobs, obnoxious, and think that everything is deserved to Patriots fans. Can't stand them.
Bills fans are now suicidal, so be nice to Bills fans this
Bills
week.
fans, I love Bills Mafia, John. I love Bills Mafia.
You'd think they'd be homicidal being Mafia.
Yeah, true. Yeah. What a freaking week this is going to be. The only good thing is that we play Thursday night. But
the majority of Cowboys fans, present company excluded, are just living in the past. I'm just saying that they mostly live in the past.
Company included, you said?
No, present company not included.
Oh, okay.
But you're more realistic about the Cowboys than anybody else I know.
Unfortunately, yes.
Kudos to the Jacksonville Jaguars for their start, 5-2 now.
Yeah, I mean it was a good game again. I mean they played really good in New Orleans. That was actually Trevor Lawrence returned to the scene of the crime where he got beat and wins.
And with a bad knee, he had to wear a brace that day.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Kansas City sitting there with the best record in the NFL.
Oh God, I'm so tired of that. Somebody beat those guys, please. Please, somebody beat those guys. I mean, they're becoming like the Patriots for me, guys. They really are.
Yes.
They're becoming like the Patriots.
Yes.
Well, they got Miami in 2 weeks.
It's in Germany, though. We won't get to see it unless we open up.
At 9:30 in the morning. They're going to have 9 a.m., so.
They're playing the Broncos next week.
Yeah.
That'd be the third time.
Doing that one in their sleep.
Well, actually, the Broncos played them pretty tough in Kansas City.
And they won today. So.
Usually those division games are tough, you know.
I want to do a shout out to Tyson Baggett.
Tyson
Badgett. No, his name is Bagent.
Tyson Badgett. Excuse me, Tyson Badgett.
Badgett?
Who was the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
It's Bagent.
Bagent, excuse me.
Bagent?
Bagent, yes.
Agent with a P in front.
Yes.
Okay.
Tyson Bagent, starting quarterback today for the Chicago Bears, who went 21 of 29 for a 162 and a touchdown.
Against who?
Against
the Raiders.
Against the Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. But if you guys have not seen the video, the thing about Tyler Bagent is his dad is a 28-time arm wrestling champion of the world.
Yeah, he has 65 friends and family there at the game, too.
Oh, yeah. This is a kid from Shepherd College, isn't it?
Yeah, a kid from Shepherd, it's the Division II Shepherd College.
I don't even know where that is.
Is that where they make pies?
That's in West Virginia, by the way. They're in West Virginia.
West Virginia? Okay.
Yes.
Somewhere in the mountains.
If you haven't seen the video, what's hilarious is during the Senior Bowl, Tom Pelissaro, who is a
Agent.
NFL is an NFL Wait a minute. NFL.
Scout? Is he a scout?
No, he's a reporter for
Okay.
the NFL Network.
A beat
Tom
writer.
Pelissaro.
Pelissaro, yeah.
There's video of Bajent's father arm wrestling Pelissaro, and it's hilarious. If you haven't seen the video, it's great. And to this day, Tyson Bajent's father says that he is Tom Pelissaro's daddy. So I would suggest you look at it. But shout out to Bajent for making his first start and winning his first start, despite the fact that it was against the Raiders. Who cares?
Is this like the arm wrestling tournament we used to have in Petaluma?
For God's sake, today.
I
So
want to see what happens when he plays stiffer competition.
Now, is this like the arm wrestling tournaments like they used to have in Petaluma, California, and Wide World of Sports?
Think over the top, Ken.
Over the top?
With Sylvester
Wow.
Stallone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're talking about.
Those are so hilarious.
So it's funny as hell because it's just his father is a character. He really is.
Okay,
But congrats to Tyson Bajent for winning his first NFL start.
So he gets his first taste of primetime next Sunday night against the Chargers.
Well, as long as Justin Fields is out, yeah.
Yeah, no, Justin Fields is going to be out for a little bit.
Yes.
That thumb is all fucked up.
Yes.
But he's going to play them. Then he's going to play New Orleans. Both of these games on the road. Then he's probably got an easy one against Carolina and then at Detroit. Bajent has a chance to prove himself.
Yep.
He can go at least 3 out of 4 in those 4 games.
Yep. Yep.
We'll see what happens. He doesn't throw for a lot of yards. He doesn't throw downfield.
No.
He dumps off and shoots underneath with a lot of his passes because 21 out of 29 for 165, like 8 yards a completion, and even worse when it comes to attempts. So, I mean, he did what I thought he was going to do against a team that has no business playing in the NFL, especially on the road. Because the Raiders suck.
Is that Zay, John?
No, this is Joshua.
Hey, Joshua.
Hey, Josh.
So we got to teach you something
Josh.
today, okay? Don't ever be a Buffalo Bills fan when you grow up, okay? Very important. Okay? Okay. So you can be a fan of the Browns. You can be a fan of the Niners or even the Cowboys. But never do this to yourself. Okay? Okay. I'm glad we're learning because it's very important. Yes. Yeah, that's literally what it feels like when I watch a Bills game.
If you're denying the Bills and telling them to root for the Cowboys, that's jumping out of the frying pan into the fire.
That's the old head hitting the desk meme, John.
Right.
That ball is on this side.
Yeah.
This ball is on this
Yeah,
side.
and the blue and red and white. Never cheer for
John,
that.
those boys are growing so fast, man. They really are.
Okay.
I have a quick message for Brett
Love you.
about Jonathan Allen's quote. You know what this is? You see that?
Yeah.
The world's smallest violin.
Yeah, I
playing the
know. Yeah,
world's
yeah.
saddest songs.
Jonathan Allen, who gives a shit what he's got to say?
Who cares? Who knows who Jonathan Allen is?
He's a defensive
Not enough
lineman
people who
for
care.
Washington.
I know.
But his team lost to the Giants.
By the way, nobody has mentioned this today, but this is my homage to Major League and Jake Taylor and
I appreciate
gang.
that. Thank you very much.
Major League.
This helmet is almost as old as John G. Olson. My brother purchased this in 1979.
I hate football.
And you hate hockey too, right, John?
Oh, I hate hockey with a passion. Like basketball's starting in like a couple
I was gonna
days.
say the NBA is going to start pretty soon. You should be.
Yeah, it's the only
Look at
saving
the
grace.
Raptors.
Yeah, the Raptors, they're not supposed to win anything, but maybe they'll sneak in a 7th or 8th spot. So whatever. I don't know, dude. I'm done with sports for a bit. I think I'm just gonna read. It's stressful. It doesn't do anything for my life. Like it makes my heart rate go up. It doesn't add value. I get pissed off. The players don't care about me. They don't even know I exist.
You sound like
Why do we do this to ourselves, guys?
You sound
How's
like
your fantasy team doing today, John?
You sound like
I'm actually winning because Josh
Actually
had a really
winning?
good day. Yeah, Josh put up some points.
Yeah, he put up 28, I think it was. 27.
John, just a note, Buccaneers Bills this Thursday, so the first game of the week.
You guys should win that game. It's in Tampa?
Bucks are in Buffalo.
Oh, in Buffalo, yeah.
Great.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, another game we're supposed to win, right?
Uh-huh.
We'll see how he does next Sunday, guys. We'll see after Thursday.
I'm so sick of just like every year, and you think you're finally gonna get over the hump. You're finally gonna be the powerhouse you've always dreamed your team would be.
Oh, and here's a barn burner for Sunday night football next week. Bears at Chargers.
Oh, good.
Bears and Chargers.
Yeah, that's what I said. Evasion is
And then Monday night it's Raiders at Lions.
Oh, that's another thrash. You don't think the Lions are gonna be freaking?
Lions are going to be pissed.
The Raiders ain't got a chance.
The Lions are going to be pissed off.
Oh hell yeah! You know Dan Campbell chewing them motherfuckers out on the plane right now.
Okay, I guess I have to confess this. I did pick the Bills to beat the Lions in the Super Bowl. So the Bills' malady is my fault. I'm about to take this letter opener and commit harakiri. So.
Well, after today, it looks like Bills Detroit would be a long shot.
Well, the Bills for sure.
Well, for Detroit too, they got spanked 38-6.
Yeah, but who's better in their division?
Like the old Bills.
Who the hell's better in their division? There's no one.
No, I mean they'll make the playoffs as a division winner, but if they play the way they did today, they need home field advantage tomorrow, right? They need home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs. Yeah, Niners play tomorrow night.
And CMC is good to go.
CMC's told Shanahan, I'm like,
as far as I know, CMC is good to go tomorrow night. Yes.
Yes. He's on your fantasy team?
Oh, of course, dude.
Okay.
Dude, that's like the only jersey I'll buy from.
And they're playing against Kirk Cousins. So.
Well, I also got. Which is it's Madison or Madison? Which one is their running back on Vikings?
Mattison.
Right, not Madison. Madison is the wideout. Or is it Madison?
Addison
Madison
or No, it's Addison. The whiteout is Addison.
Dude, that's so confusing. All the sons, right?
ADISSON. Or ABDISON. Yeah, ABDISON.
Why can't people just call their names like
John?
Bill Ujimatibi? You know? Like a good last name that no one else has. And then... No, maybe not. Like Koslow is a very unique last name, right?
Very.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what it is?
Sounds English.
It's a bargain.
You're close. You're very close.
It's a bargain.
It's actually Irish.
It's Irish. Oh,
Irish. But I am Irish, Scottish, English, French, and Dutch, and a little bit of Comanche.
I'm stressed. That's what I am. Nice to meet you.
I would be if I'd actually seen my team play today, but since they had the weekend off.
Oh, I love bye weeks. They're so beautiful. They're
relaxing.
So relaxing.
I can actually enjoy my lobster roll and lobster bisque for lunch. And
see, no worries.
All right, gentlemen. John, I feel for your loss. As a Browns fan, I know how you feel.
As a Cowboys fan, I know how you feel.
But next week is a new week, and you never know what's going to happen. So, We're going to call it a night for this week.
You too, Anthony.
Please keep John Olson in your prayers, ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen. He needs all
John's gonna be
the
just
warm
fine.
feelings and all the warm thoughts.
He's gonna wrap. He's gonna
Mea
wrap.
culpa, mea culpa.
Hey, he's
Yeah.
gonna wrap himself in scriptures, and he'll be fine by Thursday night.
Correct. Yes.
I'm reading through Acts right now. So.
All right. We're going to call it a night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We are the Sports Nerds. We'll be back again next Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. to recap Week 8 in the NFL. God, this season's going so fast. On behalf of my co-host, Mr. Ken Coslow, Big E, Elliot Lamba, and sometimes a Brett Bills fan. Whenever they win, he's a fan. Whenever they lose, he's not a
Running
fan.
hot or cold overtime.
He is a diehard fan, and he lives
Bills
in
Mafia.
the Bills.
There we go.
He'll be there. We're out of here. Have a great night. Have a great week. And Elliot, please play out with the outro.
Well, there you have it, Nerd Nation. Another Sunday episode of the Sports Nerd Show in the books, and we are still alive to tell about it. Now, on behalf of our host, Scott, the Sports Nerd Right, and his co-host, John Olson, Ken Costco, lovable members in the Rant Pack, and yes, me, Big E, the entire pack would once again like to thank you all for participating with us in the best 90 minutes of sports smack talk on the web today. So until next Sunday night, dear nation, we would like to leave you with a quick PSA. Please stay safe. Please practice social distancing, and for heaven's sake, please wear a damn mask. You all just got hit with a pack rant from the Rant Pack, and with that, fellas, we